Just be yourself, be your authentic self, and don't try to be like
Yeah,
what other people want you to
I
be.
agree with you. Be yourself, be a free bird. Do what
Yeah.
you want to do. Don't let anybody's control or slavery become your slavery. Just be a free bird. It's probably the thing people hate most about me. I can't be controlled. I'm a free
Yeah.
bird. I like to
You can't be
fly. So
sold.
I don't want to be in your cage. I don't want to be a part of your team. I don't want your ghost story to become my ghost story. I don't want your God to become my God. All this type of stuff. I'm going to figure it out for myself. I'm going to use my own discernment and my own discrimination and see what works for me and what uplifts me in the present moment. And that's the best way. I want to be a free bird. I don't
Yeah.
want to be enslaved in your cage. I don't want to fit in your box. I don't want none of that. I want to use my own discrimination and discernment to be the best person I can be in the present moment. And it seems to be working pretty good. So keep
Yes.
fighting the good fight.
Sandy says, "Know thyself." Very wise.
Know thyself. Absolutely. That's a great point, Sandy. In Kriya Yoga, self-realization is the ultimate. God realization, know thyself. So yeah, once you know thyself, no one can tell you what thyself should be. You you experience it, you live it. So let me tell you a story about yourself. Nah, no thanks. I know thyself.
Yeah.
So I don't want yourself to become myself. I'm gonna figure out myself by myself using my own discrimination, my discernment, you know, uh, my own intuition. So, yeah, that's well put, Sandy. Know
Yeah.
thyself. When you know thyself, no one can tell you what the self is because you know thyself, right? Let me tell
Yeah.
you a story about the self. The self is over here, and it was in this cave, and this and that, and the self did this. Nah, no thanks. I know thyself. So you can't sell me your snake oil or your ghost stories because I know myself. That's why in Kriya Yoga, the highest is self-realization. Yogananda's place is called Self-Realization Fellowship. That is the ultimate goal, knowing thyself, realizing thyself. So once we realize the self, no, no one can tell you what the self is. So
Yeah. I think
know, know thyself always.
when you become self-realized, you become fearless. It's like there's nothing to be
Yeah,
afraid of.
exactly. Right, exactly. No,
Yeah.
nobody's ghost stories scare you. You become a fearless yogi and you know thyself. So anybody trying to get you in a fear state, you see the game that the Wizard of Oz is playing. You see the pieces on the chessboard of life. You say, I know thyself. You're gonna tell me about myself? How do you know me? You're not inside me as me. You're just making up ghost stories, right? The only person who knows thyself is me because I am the king of my castle. I know how I feel inside me. So other people telling you how you should feel inside you, just get away from them. They have no
Yeah.
clue. Are you feeling spiritually lost? Like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. Isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. When you become self-realized, you laugh at all this like the joke it is. Like, good one. Let me tell you a story about God. No thanks. You know what I'm saying? Let me
Yeah.
tell you a story about what yogis are doing in the Himalayan mountains. Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Not
Right?
today.
You know, let me tell you a story about the Kundalini. Yeah, sure. Let me tell you a story about samadhi or meditation. Yeah, okay, sure. So you begin to take all the trash out and see it, all the trash for what it is. I mean, YouTube alone is a war zone of trash and
Yes.
I don't know, misinformation, false information. definitely in the yogic path. Like, I'm like, I see stuff every day. Like, I never seen any yogis do that.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I always like, they always started off like, let me tell you how the yogis in the Himalayan mountains heat their body. You know, this is my video, and my name is Bob Smith, and I'm going to tell you the secrets of Kriya yoga. Like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
and sometimes I see these people, I'm not going to say no names. I see them go to India. Like, they're going to give me the secrets of yoga because I showed up in India, and they go
Yeah,
back
they're-
empty handed. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Show me, you know, like, they're like, nah, who's your guru?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you anything, you know, you're going to misuse it and
Yeah. They
get
can probably
clicks
read
on
the energy.
YouTube. Yeah. They read your energy and like, nah, not worthy, you know. Vedagurudev comes along. Who's your guru? He's right there. Swami Vedananda Saraswati. What is your lineage? My parampara is Siddhanta, this and that. Okay, come on in.
Yeah.
I got all the techniques. Let's share. What techniques you have? I got these techniques. Okay, I got these techniques.
Yeah.
Let's share. And I did that with lamas, sadhus, agoris, Buddhists, monks, yeah, everybody I could find, you know, Punjabis, what did it call that? Sufis, anybody I could find, you know.
Yeah.
When you have good energy, you share wholeheartedly. I told stories a bunch of times on here, like we're just walking, and people like to walk with us, and we like to walk with them, and you know, we welcome all spiritual traditions, you know, in the pure tradition of Kriya yoga. Like I said, Lake Shrine has sanctuaries for all religions in their spiritual sanctuary in California. So we welcome everybody. So yeah, whatever spiritual tradition you believe in, we believe in you also. So
Yeah.
we share wholeheartedly.
Well, I don't know. I saw something today that really disturbed me. I was driving home after picking my husband up from work, and I saw up in the distance on the road like these little animals running back and forth. And when I got past it, there was these two squirrels running back and forth, and then I saw their friend had got ran over and was squished. But these animals were acting like humans. When like a loved one's passed away, they're like frantic, running around their friend. And I was just thinking, us humans are so horrible. We drive like maniacs. We're not aware of our surroundings. We're not paying attention. And I feel bad for these animals that have to deal with us stupid humans. So,
Yeah, I agree with the animals. Stay as far away from this Maya delusional world as possible. Stay far in the forest, away from everybody. I agree with these animals, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of the most famous yogis, Agastya, Shiva's policeman, he didn't want to be nowhere around humans. He traveled with a bunch of animals. So as the story goes, Bogananda told Agastya to go to Bogananda told Babaji to go find Agastya. So he went to the ashram, the temple where Boganantar was known to go. And he said for 40 days without no food and no water, he kept saying Agastya's name till Agastya showed up.
Oh, wow.
Basically, when Babaji was on his last breath, Agastya showed up at like 3 a.m. with his pack of animals, as it was described: lions, tigers, elephants, all Indian animals, right? So he was surprised. Boganantar didn't want to be disturbed by the glare of the Maya delusional world. He didn't want to be anywhere around humans. So when there was no humans around, he would visit this temple. But he waited for everybody to leave. So like at 3 a.m. or whatever, you know. They call it Brahma Muhurta when the energy is the most highest. Yeah. It's like 4 a.m. So he would show up. So I understand Agastya, you know. Who wants to be around these lower frequency beings, pushing people out of the way, you know, running over innocent animals, no compassion. throwing their
Yeah.
friends under their bus, stealing money, you know. That's why when my guru told me to come back to the Maya delusional world, I was like,
You're like, oh,
gross,
yeah.
dirty, you know?
They are
Like,
terrible.
I already know what it is, you know, and I've already been there, done that. So I had a different perspective, you know. Some yogis who live in the Himalayan mountains, they come back and like, I'm gonna help as many people as possible. And then they're overwhelmed by this material world, but I already knew what it was. So I was like, going back to the trash mountain, you know,
Yes.
like gross. It stinks so bad down there, but you know, I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt also, you know. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do it as best as I can. So yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with Agustir. Hang out with
Yeah.
innocent animals. Don't hurt anybody. Live in a state of ahimsa, which is non-violence, non-harming. So yeah, but yeah, it's disappointing that the evil things people do to get ahead.
Yes.
You know, they throw their own brother under the bus. You know, their own sister under the bus. So you feel like something inside you is quietly breaking down, like you've tried all the right things, meditation apps, self-help books, endless YouTube rabbit holes, but nothing matters. The emptiness just stays. The world keeps spinning faster. You are drained by the noise and pressure of it all. You are not broken. You are just disconnected from your soul. And that's exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system. This isn't another feel-good video that fades by tomorrow. This is a living spiritual practice, a step-by-step system to heal yourself within. So if you're exhausted from searching, I invite you to take the first step. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com.
You know, they're corrupted, so they can, you know, we can. They've
government, you know, the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. They work for us. They're supposed to help us. They're not helping anybody. They're helping their own pocket, buying a new boat.
Yeah,
you
now
know,
they can be blackmailed and coerced into anything.
Yeah, so I don't know, you know. I want no part of it. It's gross to me, you know, like. But you could see it easily, like anybody who's hurting people, war, murder, death, destruction, stealing, cheating. These are all black flag frequencies, right? Loving, caring, helping, compassion, kindness. These are all white flag things, you know. Harmony, peace, unconditional love. So it's easy to see the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, you know.
Yeah.
So anytime you see like, we got to hurt these people so you could be free, you're like, black flag, you know.
Yeah.
We got to go to war with this country so you could be free. Wink, wink. Black flag.
How does that make sense?
We got to love as much people unconditionally around the world. White flag, you know. Let's live in peace and harmony. White flag, you know, that type of stuff. So if you have that detached witness perspective, then you can see it easily, you know.
Well, back to animals. And Sandy says, animal guides are amazing healers. I am very grateful for their help in healing. Me too.
Yeah, I agree with you. And animal guides are the best guides. They are on a divine, enlightened frequency. So, yeah, I appreciate animals' energy. And they appreciate my energy. So I have an audience of birds, squirrels, cats. One time a monkey, you know. So I don't know where all these come from. So, yeah, sometimes I just... the other day I was walking by my door to my meditation room, and I leave the door open, and there was a orange cat just hypnotized by my Babaji picture, just staring at it like hypnotized in a trance. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Ooh. And you know what's cool? I always say Om, and then their ears go back like that.
Yeah, like, that's kind of funny.
They're in tune to the Om single, you know, right? Om.
I love it.
So Yeah, so yeah, I enjoy animals frequency. It's always great, you know. I always have an audience of animals, so yeah, there's one squirrel that goes on a tree every time I do mantra japa. I don't know how he knows what time it is, when I'm coming, but he's there waiting for the divine vibration of Om, right? Or my mantra
Yeah,
japa practice. And when I finish, he's gone. So he's always on time, right? Divine timing, that squirrel,
yeah,
birds, everything. So butterflies. So yeah, I don't know where all these things come from, but I enjoy their confirmation and their presence. So yeah, definitely. Animals are great healers and they're great reminders of how you should carry that meditative cat state 24 hours a day. My mother asked me, how would I meditate? I said, be like your cat 24 hours a day,
oh yeah,
meditation, not attached to who's president, not who's attached to if Liam Neeson is dating Pamela Anderson. Your cat don't care about the C word. The cat don't care about none of that, right?
no.
Staying in a 24-hour day meditative state, enjoying the sun, meditating all day, eating, sleeping, 24 hours a day meditation. So be like your cat.
Yeah, and
That is the best way. Yeah, go ahead.
Sandy had an amazing experience today. Two baby squirrels stopped their speed, running to stare at me for a long time. Whoa,
Mm,
they saw
nice.
something in you.
Yeah, I definitely believe in you. I have squirrels stare at me all the time too. I don't know why, but I guess they're looking at my soul. They're looking past my physical form and looking at my energy. So yeah, I agree with you, right? Like this cat, what it was doing its cat thing, but it just was hypnotized by Babaji, right? you know, and it
Yeah.
no matter what I did, it wouldn't stop staring at Babaji, you know.
Yeah, they can
So
feel your vibe, Sandy says.
I saw a video online where a squirrel was praying to a Buddhist statue, which I thought was really cool.
Oh,
The squirrel
wow.
had its hands together and it was praying to Baba, not Babaji, but Buddha statue. It was a Buddhist like in carving or and it was praying to the Buddhist statue, which is cool.
Yeah, I have animals like, when I eat outside at work on the grass, I've had wild turkeys come up and sit next to me, squirrels and ducks, but I've made a decision. I'm gonna go become vegetarian just 'cause, I don't know, I just don't want that their karma become part of me, and, I can
True.
make yeah, I don't know, and animals are just drawn to me more and more, like my cats, they, like, fight over who can sit on my lap. I just feel like I don't know, I can make vegetarian food taste good and I won't miss protein, eating meat,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And
Like,
you'd be surprised, like you're hypnotized and conditioned from birth to think you need to eat meat, but certain people don't need to eat meat. Like in the Himalayan mountains, I didn't miss meat at all. There is no meat, so it's not a possibility. So
yeah,
you
nothing to
know,
miss.
you nothing to miss. You have to eat veg, or you're not going to eat, right? So
Like,
if you don't eat vegetables, Himalayan mountains is not a place for you.
yeah,
Like any place you go, there is no meat. It's not a thing, Maybe in other cities like Delhi or Mumbai, there's meat, but up there, zero. So you indirectly become a vegetarian, whether you like it or not, because if you don't eat vegetarian, you're not going to eat. So yeah, so you begin to see like all this conditioning and all these distractions and all these narratives that you've been brought up with, you know you don't even really miss it. Like you can enjoy your life without meat. Certain
yeah.
people need to eat meat, I get it, but certain people don't. So figure out which one of those people you are, and yeah, that would be the best way, I would definitely say.
Do you ever, like, eat an egg or cheese, or are you just strictly vegetarian now?
I have, but I'm not like a food Nazi.
Okay.
Like if I go to somebody's house and they offer me a hard-boiled egg, and just as a sign of respect, I would eat it.
Okay,
Because
you're not like
you
throw it
know,
at them.
yeah. So like, but it's not a part of my regular diet. Let's say like
Okay.
that, you know. But it if I'm offered, I remember a story about Babaji. They said Babaji doesn't eat food, but if you offer food, he's going to eat it. He doesn't
Oh,
need it to sustain himself, but just as a sign of respect, right? Like you offer me food, I'm going to eat it. So it's called prasad in like India. So
yeah.
many times we were walking and people always offer food. In Thailand too, at 6 in the morning, the Buddhists walk in bare feet and people line up to give them food, right? So sometimes it becomes overwhelming, right? And you don't, there's been many times I've been super full and they're like, here, take my food. And I didn't want to eat it. You know, like, it's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. You know, like, you know, like I'm too full, right? So you just eat it anyway. So like, yeah, if somebody offered me a hard boiled egg, like I was over somebody's house or something, I wouldn't say no. I would just eat it as a sign of respect, right? Because you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, like my food is no good, you know. So I would
Yeah.
eat it, you know. Let's just say it like that. But it's not something I would go out of my way to find or eat, you know.
I know the facade, that's when you're like offering food to like the statues and the
Right.
deities. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You give to God before you give to yourself. So, you know, in our school, you know, we have a food mantra where we give to Babaji first. Babaji blesses our food, purifies our food, cleanses our food. Then we take it back. But it's a sign of good faith, giving your food to God first. And you know God's not going to eat your food, but you offer first, right? Like God blesses your food and removes all the poison or whatever out your food and purifies it. So it's
I,
divine food after you give it to God.
yeah, I've been seeing a lot of videos of facade, and like a monkey will
Mm.
just show up and eat it. Like if there's like some fruit, they'll like grab it, and I'm thinking, well, maybe that's God eating it. The animal just showed up and took it. Like,
Yeah, if the animal takes it, just let him take it. You know, that
yeah.
animal is the spark of God too. So you never know.
Yeah.
My guru used to say, "We never know where Shiva is hiding." Right. So there was this one story my guru told me that uh, this guy, his guru, he traveled with his guru, right? And they were sleeping in a tent, and the guy's feet was on the guy's face, right? And he
Yeah.
just got so frustrated. He was like, I can't take this no more, right? And when he said that, this guy turned into Shiva, right? So we always
Oh.
say we never know where Shiva's hiding, right? Or how Shiva's testing us. So we're always looking for signs of Shiva, like, is that you, Shiva? Okay, you know, he's coming in a monkey form. Okay, eat all this food, you know. That might be Shiva. So yeah, there's many stories like that, you know, like you never know where God's hiding, so you always offer wholeheartedly without any expectations. So if a monkey takes your prasad food, then that's what it was meant to be. That was
Yeah.
meant to happen. So it might be Shiva monkey. So
Yeah.
you know, enjoy it, right? I didn't believe in inner happiness. I didn't think it was real. It always felt out of reach. But Kriya Yoga showed me a real happiness that I could access every day. It just isn't stretching, it's deep spiritual awakening. You want to feel that too? Join the free Kriya Yoga School at freekriyayoga.com or book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com. If you're on the path, like this video, comment what resonated with you, and subscribe for more soul-centered content right here.